up through the mining areas of Great Creek and finish back up here. It would probably last 2 to 3 hours on a Saturday morning. Plan to do that in the western side of the county, northern side of the county. We plan to do one within the city of Danville, and we may tailor one for just industry. And we're open to any other ideas. One of the things that we're looking to do is for each community, we'd like to be able to hang 2 bicentennial banners that would hang on a main thoroughfare throughout the year over one of your streets. Cost, we've got a budget. We've got 3 major sponsors: Vermilion County Board, Campbell Area Community College, and the Hegler Foundation. Have all provided funding to get us what we believe is 3/4 the way to our needs for our budget. We would like to raise more than $100,000. And if we could raise more, plan is to have a hologram of Abraham Lincoln that would be featured at the museum. We think it would be a wonderful attraction. Bring people into the community, bring them into the museum, give children more of an interest to want to visit the museum. If we could pull that off, we could finish the year off at 2026 Festival of Trees and have Abraham Lincoln and our new hologram right on the stage. That's our big goal if we can reach it. What we're asking the community is just permission to be able to, one, hang the banners and to let us know what events you're having so we can organize to have reenactors and bring our exhibits out to your events throughout the year. Some of the things I've handed out to you may be a little bit redundant. I left a mayor's contact information. If someone could fill that out for the community and get it returned back to the museum, back to me, it'd be much appreciated. The mayor has my contact information. So we hope to get flyers out that'll be ready at the Festival of Trees that'll have every single event in 2026. I know we're not gonna catch them all right out of the gate. If we can have them all listed so the community knows, and there's a lot of folks that are gonna go through there to see what's happening. Does anyone have any questions of me? Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you. It's that time of season again for appointments. I'm gonna make a recommendation. We'll vote on first one, which would be the clerk. That way, number 3, the clerk got the bill, gives it to the rest. My recommendation for clerk is Lori Fields. Any questions? Need a vote here ready to accept. Need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Whiteburn.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Welcome back in.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Cheat.
So I have to hold my hand. I, Lori Fields. I, Lori Fields. Do solemnly swear. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the village. And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office. Yes.
All right.
For the rest of the appointments, we'll vote on all of them, and that way there, Lori can sit there and slow down together. Take what position. Village Administrator, Tiffany Junk McClellan. Any question? Motion here,
Make the motion.
Yes.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Whiteburn.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Village treasurer, Cassidy Warren, any questions? Need a need a motion here and
Need a speech to justify your position.
Also. Trustee Sheets. Trustee Whitener.
Yes.
Trustee Family.
Yes.
Trustee Sam. Yes. Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Police chief, Bill Bernardi. Any questions? Need a motion here and
Make a motion. Yeah.
Second.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Family.
Yes.
Trustee Whitener.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sam.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
EMS coordinator, Bushville. Any questions? Need a motion here and
A motion. Yeah.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Sam.
Yes.
Trustee Family.
Yes.
Trustee Whitener.
Yes.
Public Works Director, TJ George. Any questions? And Mom stands for you. I need a motion here and
Second.
Trustee Family.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Whitener.
Yes.
Trustee Sam.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
y'all please come up here and take the
Line up.
Chad works under. TJ.
Okay. He's done.
You got your address on there?
You're fired for sticking.
I know. I. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
You solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of
and faithfully discharge the duties of the office of EMS coordinator.
Congratulations.
We'll sign off.
That's good for me. So I do.
If I do that for
Here we go. Wait a second, Mom.
I'll cross out right now.
Report from the village engineer, Tom Overmar.
A follow up on a couple items, we submitted a request for one from the requirements of the MS4. You can see the letter there, they granted it. So you're no longer required to do the reporting requirements that you've done over the last, 10 years. Now out of that program. Huh?
I said, well, people.
They bought a lot of money too. But someone else business. MFT bid is gonna be Monday. All come out and soup over. G Street lighting, the conduit is in and ready for Aaron to install lights. Hook up the car. Run the wires. And it looks really good, doesn't it, guys?
Yes.
And I was doing a happy dance. I want you to know that when I say that.
You shut that down, didn't you? You don't even be here. That's all I have for now.
Well, actually. I wanted to get through Tom, case Tom wished to leave.
Yeah.
To get back to the Tom with the swim.
I'll probably leave early, but I'll stay around for a little bit.
We'll see how Tom's gonna stick around. Is there anybody in the audience that we should speak?
I have a question.
Okay. Hey, go ahead and stand up, state your name, please.
I'm Angie Sinks. I came last month about the smell from the brewery, and I just wanted to get an update from you guys on if they got that in place, because I know they're past their deadline you've given them.
We'll actually review a report they sent today. It says, please let the mayor know we're 15 days out from completing the remaining install. We already installed ProGuard air sanitation units in the cultivation spaces, hallways, as well as resealed all panel walls for the cultivation room. We traced the source of the remaining smell escaping from the building to the HVAC units out front. There's only one duct return that connects each cultivation room to its corresponding HVAC unit. Unfortunately, there are no completely inline solutions to sanitize the air mid duct before it reaches the HVAC unit outside. However, we are able to add multiple air scrubbers, sharper filters within each room, mostly concentrated around the return duct, with additional units spread throughout the room. That equipment is on order, and we're expecting delivery next week. Installation will be done by the end of the following week, Friday, 5/16. I'll confirm once completed. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
All right, that's good. I'm very happy. And I haven't smelled anything for about a week, and then Monday, May 5th, it was very, very strong, but I haven't smelled anything since then. So I feel like it hasn't improved. I don't know, but I haven't smelled it. I smelled it one time in the last 2.5 weeks, I'd say. And it was extremely strong that day, but
Well, Tiffany made a comment, she hasn't really smelled it that much as it was before, because she didn't smell it very.
yeah. And it's,
I think it's gotten a little better.
yeah, I haven't been smelling it as much, so I am very pleased with that. So, okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And as long as I don't smell it, I will be back. If I smell it, I'll be back.
All right.
So I have a question. Go ahead. The last 3 out of 5 years, I have had an issue around the July 4th holiday. So I want to ask, and it's probably a question for Phil. Are fireworks illegal in Illinois and or the municipality? And if the answer is yes, are the police going to enforce no fireworks? And I ask, because 3 out of 5 of the last years, I have had camper covers, boat covers with holes burnt in them with the firework right in the middle of the hole.
Past practice has been when we get the complaints in, we get.
Okay.
Do we try to?
I've never told before because I tried approaching the people personally and that did not.
So, yeah,
And so I haven't called, but I could show you pictures of every year as I'm out there doing the fireworks the next morning. They've got a big old piece of plywood with all the remnants out there. And well, I'm not against fireworks. I'm against them shooting them towards the storage area and burning holes in camper covers, boat covers.
All I can,
I mean, I'm having to tell people they need to pull out. That's what I do, but
so I mean, we can address it. All I ask is that if you see it, it's not coming your way, give us a call and we'll kind of. And it does,
I've never called before because I didn't realize that.
like I said, we could start in one street and probably tie it up for hours, but
Yes,
that's why I say we've just been running as they've been running by our people complaining, so. So it's-
I will call if it starts this year. Because last year we found it like at almost a neighborhood where they were intentionally shooting after I didn't ask them. So, fair enough. That answers your question.
Lord,
Like I said, I was doing the happy dance with the lights on the bridge. And I want to thank the police department for being more present down around my house. I've been very, very happy about that. And I know they don't get things enough, so I wanted to make sure.
Well,
they-
thank you. We're not done yet. We're still gonna continue, so.
Thank you. Thank
Hope
you,
it's
thank
getting
you.
better. That's all I can say.
Yes, it's, because they keep, every other day, they get a new shipment in, and we all know who I'm talking about. But I think the more presence down there has helped a lot, and I appreciate it, thank you.
The presence has been well noted because your neighbor's brother got popped for riding a bicycle on the side of the street.
Yes, oh, okay, good. I'm glad about that. I'm glad about that. I mean, it's quite a show on the weekends down there.
No, I mean, the Wyatt's brother.
Oh.
Wyatt, their actual neighbor.
Oh, my
His brother.
neighbor. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's a toss up on the weekends. They usually have a party and these guys have the come
You have to get with him because he gave me an earful about the people you've been complaining about.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I told him, we know all about
I told him when he moved in there, I said, cause I know this much, I said, don't have nothing to do with them. And I've told them not to park on the road, that they can park in front of my house. If my car wasn't out there, I didn't have a problem with that, but they're young.
Anybody else in the public? Okay. What do you, Connie?
I was down at the cemetery today and it looks very good.
Thank you.
Have a good job.
I'll pass it on to the guy that does all the work out there.
And thank you folks for saving me in November.
Now, my one question is gonna be with the fire department. Can we hear Brian?
It's actually Chris.
Brian, are you there?
No, it's Chris.
Oh, Chris, you there?
Gotta get close.
I can't see it.
Well, I see Brian's photo up there.
Just timing out.
I'll see you.
Just timing out. Who's it?
As you can tell, this is new for us. The fire chief had to go to a conference. He would have made it back, but they changed his flight time.
Okay, I think my microphone just turned on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
Hold on,
actually
Chris, I'm gonna turn you up.
okay.
Being heard, but can't hear.
I'm actually just arriving at the airport.
Thank you.
And forward.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Keep talking, Chris, till we find out, we got you to find out.
Okay. I'm just arriving at the airport right now, just as we're coming in. Getting out my Uber.
Okay, Chris,
You can hear me good?
yes, go ahead.
All right. So our monthly report is, basically I gotta bring it up. Brian sent it to me. We had a good one, which is on your tablet. We have been working really hard on getting truck 2 in service. We've been doing a lot of training, going back to the basics on, instead of actually trying to do advanced training, going back and getting, our guys ready to go on the basic stuff on hose deployment, and everything else. Truck 2 is looking real good. I think we're going to get that in service hopefully by the end of June with a few guys that are going to be cleared to run it. I have 4 to 5 guys right now that can run the truck at any time. I don't have the numbers of the calls. I'm trying to pull it up. It won't pull up on my phone. It should be in your report. And then there are some things I'm asking for. If you guys have any questions on the things I'm asking for, I know it's a big list. I plan to hopefully stop bringing you a list of stuff. This is stuff that I have found that is OSHA required, stuff that we do need to have at the fire department, not just for OSHA, but for NFPA and IDOL and everything else. So if anybody has any questions on any of the items, feel free to say them out now.
No question. Still there, Chris?
Yep, I'm here. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I'm here. I'm actually at the airport, so I'm standing outside. So does anybody have any questions? The first one we'll go through. would be, I just pulled it up. We had 5 fire calls, 7 alarms. We ran 33 EMS. We did have 5 traffic accidents. One of them, we did have a pretty serious accident on Route 1 where the power lines were struck, and we did block the road for it. Yeah. So, as far as requisitions, there's a couple things we're looking for. You guys can still hear me, right? Correctly, Mr. Mayor? Okay, the first one I'm bringing up is the quote for the garage door openers. This is for to put new garage door openers that do not break down on us. They will allow one opener to be in the truck, so none of the ambulances or the fire trucks will have to ever move their openers and where they get broke. This helps with response times. If they have to go to another station or something like that, that does help us. They're very rugged, and they will be assigned to the apparatus itself. So we'll have a tracking number on them, exactly where they go, and everything else. Any questions on the first one?
So one control will handle all doors in all buildings.
That's correct. That's correct. One remote control handles every door for both the fire stations. Yes. So each door will have a number on it. Each door will have a number on it, and you just type in like door number 1 and up, and the door will go up for door number 1. Also closed. This does help with the range because we can be about to a little past the park and almost down to Robbins area, and the door openers will still work instead of just being 5 feet outside the door.
Chris, is this the control chief wireless solutions?
Yeah.
This is Control Chief. Yes, this is the Control Chief one.
You got it, pitch. All right, Sir, I need a motion here today to purchase a Control Chief wireless solution, $2,800. I'll make the motion.
Trustee Wagon,
Yes.
trustee Penderly,
Yes.
trustee Sheet,
Yes.
trustee Sam,
Yes.
trustee Barnum,
Yes.
trustee Jordan.
Yes.
Approved, Chris.
Okay, on the second one, you guys should be seeing is an AEC, a quote from AEC for a Sensic Gold gas detector and a calibration kit. The total price is $3,133. The gas detectors we have on the trucks are supposed to be calibrated on a monthly basis through OSHA. That is a requirement. We have no calibration and no way to calibrate them once. The ones that are on the current truck currently can still be used, but we would need to verify them with one that is actually 100% calibratable. I do know how to calibrate the ones I'm asking for. They're the Sensic Golds. These are also the same ones that Ameren uses and multiple fire departments use in the county. Any questions on that one?
Need a motion here today to purchase a gas detector from AEC for $3,133.
Trustee Penderly,
Yes.
trustee Sheet,
Yes.
trustee Wagon,
Yes.
trustee Sam,
Yes.
trustee Barnum,
Yes.
trustee Jordan.
Yes.
Approved, Chris.
All right, thank you, Mayor. The next one is from Conway Shield. I'm looking at. This is just for a turnout gear. This would be for turnout gear for myself. So when I'm on a fire scene, I actually have turnout gear. And we also have another person that does respond to multiple calls. One of our, Matthew Belton, who actually responds to several of our calls, and his gear is out of date. So this would be to replace 2 sets of gears, and we have been fitted on. We're just waiting approval from the board.
Any questions?
Does this catch us up for the year with gear then?
This should be, this should be everything we have for the year for gear. We should not need any more gear at this time. If I have a new recruit, they would be in older, outdated gear to start with anyway, until they prove that they make it off probation.
Any other questions? Need a motion, yea or nay, for 2 sets of turnout gear for $7,600.
Motion, you.
Yeah.
Trustee Marshall.
Yes.
Trustee Robinson.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Tim. Yes.
Accept
Okay.
it.
All right, I believe I only have a couple more. Sorry for this. The next one is from Conway Shield. This one be for our gear extractor. We have no way at this point. Our gear washer is completely broke and it does not clean. And we need a way to clean our gear. This is required after every time we go into a dirty house, medical calls, or anytime we do any fire, we should be deconning our gear on the scene and running it through an extractor at that time. Anybody have any further questions?
No questions? Need a motion, yea or nay, to purchase a gear washer from Conway Shield, $7,765. Second.
Trustee Rayburn.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons.
Yes.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Okay, Chris, next one.
The last one I have for you, and the other one will be, the last one after this will be only be an item of information, is a hot machine. It is a hot water degreasing power washer, basically. It's used to clean our motors, to keep our motors clean, keep the outriggers clean, keep our trucks clean. The undercarriage, it comes with an undercarriage wash. So as we do in the winter, the worst thing we can do for fire trucks is to get salt on and put them in a heated garage where the salt can eat our frames. So this would allow us to clean the undercarriage of the frames with hot water, which brings the salt down. This also will help us clean the ladder if we go to a fire and the ladder gets a lot of soot on it, without using heavy duty chemicals for this. This is why we're asking for this at this time.
Questions?
Question was, is this portable where we could use it for, say, public works has a truck that needs to be?
Absolutely, it is on wheels. It only requires a 20 amp outlet and then a normal hose hookup. And all the undercarriage stuff and everything can be used for it, and any truck at any time.
We got a hot seat at the Public Works Garage and it's been the best thing we've ever bought. I mean, we've had it for years now and it works great, so.
Any other thought? Need a motion here today to purchase a hot seat, hot water, high pressure washer for $4,884.
I'll say.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Rayburn.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons. Yes. Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Okay, Chris, next one.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the last one I'm asking money for, and this is one of the things I just found out recently. We just got their quote on Monday or Tuesday, as we were talking with the guy, and Brian and I were talking. Our Knox keys that are the keys to the city that are located on the side of our businesses, that have the key located inside of them, that open all the doors inside the businesses. We have no way to secure them in our trucks. I found out that they were hanging, basically hanging on a string and all over the mirror of all the trucks or on the turn signals. With this being, to me, this is a huge safety issue, because if one of them keys went missing, I'd have no way to track where that key went. And they would have access to every building that has a Knox box inside the key. And as we build ordinances for all new businesses to have the Knox box, they would have access and we'd have no way to say that we have them secured in the trucks. The Knox boxes that I'm asking for are going to be issued, they will be in the fire trucks. They are safe driven. You cannot get the key out without breaking it. And they will have, every person will have their own unique code to unlock that key and pull it out. If they don't have a code, they cannot get the key out. So if there is a discrepancy where a key goes missing and businesses are getting, broken into, or there's things missing, we will be able to track exactly who opened the box last. and why that key's missing. There will be a spare key. We do have actually 5 keys. I'm only asking for 4 boxes, 1 for the ambulance and 1 for truck 2 and the 2 mainline pumpers, engine 3 and 4, and engine 1 will not get one if the spare key will be locked in a safe once I get a hold of City Hall somewhere. Any questions?
I'll comment, I have a Knox box, and that's alarming that the key to get in my building is not secured.
Yes, that's the key.
Oh,
Will, the key this will completely secure the keys. Yes.
Any other questions?
My question is, so we have 3 ambulances,
We do have 3 ambulances. Yes. So the boxes are not portable. Once we mount them, they are locked in the safe. So I only
Hey,
have
Chris?
5 keys. Yeah.
That question was put to Butchfield.
sorry.
Oh, sorry about that, Butch.
I would be good with one ambulance right now, and because of the expense of them, hold off on the other 2, so we can, that work better, not spending all the money at one time. We never know what ambulance is gonna be the primary ambulance due to being out for maintenance or breaking down. Could I always try to just go with the most and best equipment on the primary unit? But all that stuff that can be taken off of one ambulance and put on another, if we have to switch units. This sounds like it's more a permanent thing that's gonna be mounted in the ambulance, so.
That's what I was saying, if there's keys on all 3 ambulances, that probably need secure.
Yes, but I don't have keys on all 3 ambulances. We usually have the keys in the main unit. So if there was a box in each unit, we could just get, I don't know, I'm not a business owner. I don't know how comfortable business owners are of how many keys they want out. The one agency, you know, I don't know, but, Chris knows more about that because they deal with that in the city of Danville and other cities, but I don't know how comfortable I would be as a business owner handing over 3 keys or 7 keys, to one.
I mean, we only have to put
I don't know.
one of our keys in the box.
Right,
We don't have a key to the box itself, only the fire department.
correct, but you put the key, yeah.
But I put the key in there, yes, but still,
I'm thinking.
it is a little alarming that
The
they're
old
just
style.
looking
They
around.
give you a key for every unit, that, so maybe I'm speaking out turn there, but I'm looking at the old. So,
Yeah, but
In what instance would the ambulance need to get a Knox box? Because isn't that if there's a fire at a business and,
well, it's not just for fire.
well, how many residences have?
There's a couple of residents we had keys to, apartment buildings,
Okay,
and that, yeah.
okay.
We don't ask for them because we have no way of securing them. And I feel that it's unsafe. Mike can tell me he's not gonna sell something, but I don't know Mike that well, and if Mike decides he wants to use a key, and I don't know about it, I trust him. That's why I don't ask for those keys, because we have had patients that have gave us a key and said, here, you need to have this key so that you can get in. I couldn't tell you where they are right now, or what ambulance are in even.
and I was just looking at it, and we're talking like $1,200 a piece. I mean, it's not like we're spending $5,000 a unit. Just to secure whatever we have would make people happy and more understanding something, but I would just get them on one time, get installed, and get them.
And I'm fine with that. We could put more and get all the keys secured. These keys, for us, they will be monitored. Every person will have to have their own code. They do make residential Knox boxes that are a lot cheaper for residents to put on instead of actually like hiding the key outside and then telling us where the key is. They can actually, we will go in, we have to lock the key in because nobody has access to that box but the people who have that safe.
Each individual plan provider has to have their own number to get into that NARC box, and I don't, but I know our IT guy has the computer software that has been hooked to that NARC block box and see who's been in it, how many times they've been in it, when they've been in it.
I'm about accountability, so I would say my suggestion is get the.
I'm okay with that.
I'd rather see multiple keys secured than keys floating.
That would put that at what? You've got 4 here plus, you were including one of the ambulances, Chris?
Yeah, 4 of them. I have a total of 5 keys that we're accountable for right now. Yes, 5 keys. And new keys, if you wanted to add them to the other ambulances, that's fine. Like I said, they are 100% secured. Once I put the safes in, I know who takes them out, and everything else. So
6.
I have 5 keys total.
I'm talking about to put in each.
He's only got one, I mean, 2 more.
Is it 4 plus 2 or 5 plus 2? 4 plus 2.
4 plus 2.
Yeah.
8904.
Yes, that's no question.
Any more questions? I need a motion, yea or no? Order knockbox key retention system for $8,904. That includes.
I make a motion.
Yeah, that's 3 ambulances.
Yeah, second.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Bentley.
Yes.
All right, Chris, that's all approved. You got anything else?
No, I just want to tell you, I did get the price on the signs to go on the side of the new aerial. And we just have to decide if we want to save Tilton Fire EMS. It's actually under our budget. We don't have to bring to the board. I was actually shocked on how cheap they were compared. So, but they were right at just under $1,000 for both signs on each side of the ladder. That will say Tilton Fire and Rescue. I'll get with the Mike and see what the board would like, Mike and the mayor, and see what the board would like to do. What we want to have the name. But that's all I have. That's all I have. Okay, if I cut out, I'm going through security.
True.
It's a working.
There we go.
You have.
Well, it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
You back on?
Yeah.
Okay, Butch.
Okay. And a total dispatch of 60, 27 during the daytime in Tilton, 12 at night, we covered all of them. Oakwood 5, Georgetown 5, Danville 4, Lynch 7, covered 1 second out for Tilton, 1 second out for another agency. And that's all I have to report on that.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know Butch is going down to Paris, Illinois, Monday to represent us with, down at a meeting down there to talk about rural health. Public Works, TJ George. No, hold on, TJ, we need to.
We did, gain another paramedic, Evan, took his, national registry and passed, so we're just waiting on him to, be blessed by the state online, and I don't remember if Bryce was last month or not, that report, but, so Bryce, another one of our EMTs, passed his national registry as a paramedic, so we gained, 2 more paramedics in the service.
Awesome.
Okay, down.
Okay, TJ.
We put a Band-Aid fix on First and Second Street around 74. Did a lot of BAM work, a lot of total patching. Tom is looking at possibly figuring out a way to help it be less or be cost effective for us to keep maintaining that road due to the condition that it's in. Found some more catch basins, got them raised up, started cleaning and running all the sanitary starter manholes. Had a joint meet with Connexus, the fiber company that's going to be coming in town. Excuse me. Talking about starting May 27th down in the Hagler area. Give Ameren time to finish up their project before they move into Tilton. Once they get into Tilton, they said 2 to 3 months time span, they should be done with their project. They're supposed to be giving me something so we can get it on the website and Facebook and stuff for basically to let the town know what's going to be happening.
Installing overhead or under?
So everything's underground fiber for internet. When we got the natural gas put in the sewer plant, Ameren wanted us to hook on the Public Works building to hook on to the natural gas and get us off propane, which will, in the long run, save us a lot of money on propane costs. So I know we're burning through. I went for 3 quotes. Only 2 of them returned my quotes. First quote is from TriStar Heating, to switch everything over, basically update everything in the shop. It's this basically 20 years old propane. I went ahead to update it all to new, to natural gas. TriStar's quote was $62,037. The second quote that came in is from Blackie's. A lot cheaper. His price was $39,783. Not sure what the big price difference is between them both. But TriStars did all our work for many years, but I mean, it's up to you guys which way you want to go with the price difference. I understand it's a substantial amount difference, so.
Motion? Need a motion on which company the board wishes to accept.
You see a lot of difference between 2 or 2.
No, the only thing that I had a little concern about is, out of the 3 people that came, walked through the shop, I told them what I wanted. They took notes. One of them, of course, did give me a quote back. The other one, the quote returned the next day. The cheaper quote, they've been there 4 times with 4 different people trying to figure out if they could do it and how they could do it. They said they could. I just a little concerned about that. It's like I don't know if they were on taking something they didn't know if they could do or not, but per their paperwork now, everything kind of matches like what I've asked for. So.
This is service cancel are used. I'm with you when it comes down to something. I mean, it's hard to move away from somebody you used, you trust them. Man, that's a lot of.
Yeah, it was your personal self to do it. Well, we had a conversation with Rob from Blackie's, me and TJ did yesterday, and we told him about our concerns. And that's why he gave us 2 different prices here because of the concerns. And absolutely replacing 2 of the heaters that he's saying he can convert, but the other 2 companies said they couldn't. So.
I was kind of hoping the 3rd company would have turned in one, so I had, okay, we got one here. Where's this guy coming in at to kind of, I don't know.
Well, I mean, when do we need to do it now? Or can we get it?
This probably should have been done last year. Ameren ain't really bid at us too much, but I think that was part of the the agreement to get the natural gas to the sewer plant.
But as part of installing that service. But the other deal is time getting the material. We was talking about that, but time you say yes, it's probably gonna be 2, 3, 4 months down the road for you to get everything, get it installed, so you're doing refuse.
Black has been in business for a long time. And they're not. Local.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a motion to go Blackie.
Which one?
You said
Well, the 39,780.
I want to go 39. if we're replacing everything else in the building, we're replacing them 2 heaters too. I'm not gonna leave 2 old heaters.
You're going.
39,780.
Well, you should go ahead and replace them all, so you already got 1 or 2 that's already. been
Yeah.
behind.
This is replace everything, so start over with all
Yes.
new.
Trustee Sheet.
Yes.
Trustee Benny.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes. That's all I have.
Police Chief Bill Bernardi.
Oh, all right, for the month of, April,
And we're not on a Dodge truck.
I didn't go on there.
Probably get it cheap.
Oh, I get it now.
Well, I got it right away. Officers ran 379 calls for service, making 16 arrests, 29 PNTs involved in that. They issued 120 citations, 37 warnings. We had 7 ordinance violations issued. In addressing some of the problems and complaints in the village during all these arrests, largest seizure this department's probably made in a long time. They got a half a pound of methamphetamines just in one traffic stop. They've also seized about $700 last month, along with other various narcotics and everything. In dealing with the people walking the streets, the bikes and the traffic stuff. So they've been staying busy. That's all I have on our activity. The only thing I'm requesting is the addition of a new squad car. We have currently 10 cars. Adding the 10th officer doesn't leave us a spare car. Each officer is issued their own squad. So I'd like to add 1 more to the fleet. Attached to the proposal from Morrow Brothers. Basic car is $45,885.
So this car is gonna be an additional car that's.
To be our 11th car, leaving us 1 as a patrol for part-timers and or when one's down. We were able to issue an officer another vehicle.
Did we decide you're gonna pay for half of this out of the PNC fund?
Well, however you wanted, whether we put this out of, what was the TIP fund? Or which fund were you wanting it? The other option?
PNT, or we could do gas tax.
Or the gas tax and then the outfitting and the computer and stuff that I'm gonna ask for next month. Once all the bids quotes come in, buy all that out of the PNT fund. However you want to do it, we'll do portion either the car out of the gas fund or split it both times. It's up to you guys.
The purchase of 2025 police interceptor utility all-wheel drive for $45,885 for Morrow Brothers.
Trustee Sheet.
Yep.
Trustee Benny.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Simmons. Yes. Trustee Vaughn.
Yes. Thank you. That's all I had.
In case a lot of people don't understand, we are up to 10 full-time police officers. That's why the purchase of the vehicle. Sewer departments, Chad, Kessler.
Just been working on a plan, trying to get some of the stuff repaired and replaced from the new construction, things that they left off. So, I mean, everything there's been going pretty good. I'm glad I'm not spending any money this month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, we'd like to start searching for somebody to replace me down the road. We have a few candidates, but just like to get somebody to,
You need somebody to help you, yes.
some help and somebody for future down the road, so. Get them in schooling. Get them some certificate to run the plant, and then that way, something happens to me, you guys got another certified operator.
Like you want to take a vacation or something.
Uh,
Like you want to take a vacation or something.
yeah, looking for the future. It's not a job, that there's that many people anymore. Go to these conventions and stuff, most people there. Off the street.
Agree.
You say you got somebody you talk to or show interest or.
We got a few from, there's a couple guys that are already rolled in the program. Another gentleman that's been trying to get in the water side of things. Most of them are all local people.
Yeah, good.
I take it to the next step. Get it to put out application. It's memories.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a motion here. We agreed to put money into the budget for system chat, but we've never actually sit there and okayed to put up a notification for our
feeler of.
well, actually, put it out there so people that apply. Because it's coming. Because it's coming out. Super fund, which is enterprise fund. I asked Lori about if we need to make a motion. So just to cover our bases, I make a motion here and nay, that's what I'm gonna say. For the system, okay.
Second.
Trustee Keys.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner. Yes. Trustee Fennel.
Yes.
Trustee Savage.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Warren.
Yes.
Okay. Clerk, Lori Field.
I don't really have anything. Other than it's on the report.
Didn't you, I thought you put a couple of. So there was a spot.
He was dirty.
City administrator, Tiffany Levis.
I just, you can see my report. I did some stuff this month. Also, we got, our enterprise zone approved. We got the certificate from state of Illinois. It's on here, as you can see. And also, the president of Fisher National Bank came in today and informed us that they made a mistake on our interest on our checking accounts, and we are getting about $50,000.
What?
Good thing, we spent a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good.
Just pay for mine.
Yeah.
State line.
Treasurer, Kathleen Clark.
My report's on there. I need the ordinance for the budget. Back. For the fiscal year 2020.
Any questions on that? I need a motion here, for ordinance 2025-0515, an ordinance approving the village of Tilton annual budget for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2026.
Make a motion.
Trustee Gunn,
Yes.
trustee Sheets,
Yes.
trustee George,
Yes.
trustee Sims. Yes. Trustee Barnes,
Yes.
trustee Fennel.
Yes. Trustee Wagner. Yes.
Trustee Hartman. Sorry. I didn't listen, I tried to be able.
No. We need to talk to Brian too and get you something where you don't have to squint.
Okay, so since we've had some issues with people complaining about the cannabis smell again, we had an ordinance drawn up a while ago when we first started talking about the problem. And it makes them more accountable. They could get fines. They have to get a permit. It's only $100. It's not extravagant, but hopefully it will help with the odor.
Motion. Need a motion, yea or nay, for ordinance 2025-0515-A. An ordinance creating chapter 176 of the village code pertaining to cannabis craft grow facility.
Make a motion there.
I'll second. Trustee Fennel,
Yes.
trustee Sims. Yes. Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
trustee George,
Yes.
trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Okay, when we had our ordinance committee meeting, we talked about a burning ordinance, with a few other, restrictions that we didn't have on there, such as, Wiener roast, and, they don't really have to call anymore. No burning if, there's a red flag warning or, winds are in excess of 10 miles an hour. What's the other?
Time.
Oh, yeah, we changed the time from 9 AM to 6 PM. And you still can't burn grass. You have to have a garden hose, fire extinguisher, or something to extinguish the fire if you're burning. We've always had an ordinance, but this just changes a little bit.
Motion. Need a motion, yea or nay, for ordinance 2025-0515-B, an ordinance amending chapter 217 of the village code pertaining to property maintenance. Artie.
I'll make motion, yes.
I'll second.
Still on.
You copy that, too.
I was just. That's what your mom. Trustee George,
On House Street.
Yes.
trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes,
Yes.
trustee Sheets,
Yeah.
trustee Fennel,
Yes.
trustee Wagner.
So the more and more people use social media, we found a policy that on, our insurance company's website, they recommend for municipalities. It sets some basic guidelines, and it just, for users, we think it's, because it's becoming so much more widely used, we think it's important now to pass something.
Motion.
We also turn comments off.
No. What did it say about that?
I believe if we don't have somebody managing it constantly, or have, you need to turn the comments off.
Um. Does it say that here?
I think that was the state. Oh, it's not an ordinance, but you got one of the rules.
Every post family.
I mean, that could be like a rule we put in our personnel policy or something like that for now. It's like, if you're posting for the village, you have to turn comments off.
Well, I just think we turn the comments off on the page. So it's informational. It's an informational page. You post about bands.
Right.
And then that shares it. Then people can comment on the body's page for that, but on the village page, there's no comments. Otherwise, you have to have somebody man.
Right, you're right.
That's any page, or you make a page, or you make a page.
Well,
And you can do it just for the page, no, you don't have to do it for each post.
I don't think you can do it for the page. I think you have to do it for each post.
I think you might be able to.
Oh, you do?
I think you
But I
can.
think, like, Mayor Williams, an example, I think he does it.
Okay, so can we pass it with adding that?
I think it's a state law. You don't have somebody man. I believe, I can't remember what we talked about, it, but it was in that social media. You sure? You gotta be someone administrative. Did I bring that up for you or?
I thought it was.
I know we talked about it.
Read, section 4 in that. Kind of talks about that a little bit, I think.
No comment policy.
If that's what you're referring to.
This is for, and I think what I'm referring to is,
All comments posted to any village social media platform are bound by those terms of use agreements. The village reserves the right to report any user violation to the respective enterprise. The village reserves the right to remove content from or deny access to any government social media platforms if any individual or organization violates. Okay,
Which means that gives you the right to turn the comments off, right? That's the way I interpret it.
I think so. I can get.
That's what I'm referring to, Mike.
I mean, Wester's the one, you know, we put this together based on the IML ordinance. We sent it to Wester. He thought it was okay. Was it?
I would say, it's good with it, and ask Wesley if we have to put something in there, or your comments on.
Okay,
Shut them off.
all right. Good enough. I'll ask.
Okay, well, what we'll go ahead and do, I'll go ahead and table on it. 2025-0515-C ordinance. For social media policy and until we have an opportunity to get my corporate. Bring it up again next. Brian.
Am I? Okay, our camera on Southgate Georgetown Road, went down. And we got a lot of people that look at that camera. We have relied on it for seeing accidents before. Brian said all the wires already ran. All he's gotta do is go up in the middle of the night, put it up. And the cost for that is $4,170.82.
Any questions? Need a motion to purchase a camera system for Georgetown Road, Southgate. $4,170.82.
Trustee Sheet.
Yes.
Trustee Thurman.
Yes.
Trustee Weisenberg.
Yes.
Trustee George. Yes. Yes. Trustee Lawrence.
Yes.
Trustee Sim. Yeah.
Okay, the health insurance, I think that we should set a committee meeting for this because I think it's gonna take more than 10 or 15 minutes to cover this. I wanted everybody to have the information, but I still think we need to have a committee meeting. What committee do you think? When's the next one? Okay, yeah, we need a second meeting. Yeah, I can send an email out. Who is it, Vanessa? Courtney and her. We'll set one and, get posted, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 and 20.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
We don't have anything in the way of a policy back.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to hear. Okay.
Basically come about with these, things here was, the police department, when they hire an officer, obviously they come up, they get approved people work. We agree, fire chief, police chief, so. We've talked about EMS before, we did really best coordinator, assistant coordinator, rather. And where we don't have anything really set in stone for EMS, we don't have anything set as a policy for the fire department to confirm who they are putting in to do any type of captain, lieutenant type positions. So that's this kind of, or this came out of the ordinance committee. I don't think there needs to be an ordinance on it. I just think there needs to be some policy where we can approve who is going to go into some sort of command position, whether it be EMS or fire. So that's what I assume we have to have Wesner do something with that, or can we just put it in our policy?
I think he needs to put it in policy and we need to approve the policy. Based on what he was talking about when I sent an email to him. And he talked about an ordinance or a policy. And if it goes into the personnel policy and it gets changed, I think we would have to bring it to the board and, see what I mean? Like, if the personnel policy changes, you guys would need to approve.
But wasn't there something on, like, what was that, chapter 9? I believe covers the additional policies for,
Or EMS and fire, yes, they can put them in there.
if we just amend that 19 to say that any command or appointed officer in fire EMS
Okay,
is approved by the board, and then leave that stuff in.
okay, I mean. If that's how, I can ask Wesner, and to make sure, I can go ahead with the change, if everybody's okay with it. And then I can ask Wesner if it needs to be approved. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we approved it here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, if you approve it here, but we aren't doing ordinance, it's going into the personnel.
It's just a policy.
Okay.
It's not ordinance. We don't need it. Ordinance is law. So that's the way I understand it. We don't need a law saying, hey, you know, board's got to approve whoever we want to put in SCAT. We just want our policy to state, hey, we want to be dissolved. And, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so you're approving this change. That's what you're gonna motion for.
I would say, yes, I would motion to approve the change and put it into the chapter 19, just a statement that we.
Let's, come up with the correct statement we're gonna put in there, so let's approve both.
Yeah.
Which would be,
Approval of all, say that the, any type of, you can word it how you want them.
approval of any command in any department
Appointed command or officers, yes, do the same thing, but
and officer
Function.
in any department.
be approved by them.
That gonna include up where I have to change my policy now.
Yours is already,
It's already.
Yeah, but you're saying any department in your new ordinance.
well, I mean,
It's actually just policy instead of chapter 19.
Well, okay, even if there's an order, or I mean, a policy, does mine supersede what you're writing in mine?
But it's the same thing that your policy, the policy on you says, except yours is in the ordinances and yours says any appointment or command to the police department has to be approved by the board.
We're basically following what your department is stating, they don't have it.
I'm just asking if it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Or your patrol officer be appointed as well, or voted on as well.
Yes,
All your patrol officers.
Well, should
So
we say,
that's what
I mean, they're appointed and sworn in.
Even,
front of the
I
board.
wanna hire for BT, it's gotta be appointed by you, or it's gotta be approved by you guys.
Not for that, it's just basically.
Well, that's why I got, if your officer is the same way.
Bring that forward to get approved.
okay,
So theirs are full-time, your EMTs are not.
well, maybe we should say excluding the police department because they already have an ordinance that says that.
Put in EMS and.
Their ordinance is law, it's an ordinance, this is just policy.
Right, his is already law.
Our policy would, trump the ordinance.
Your policy would
Oh, yeah.
just follow his.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. Approval of any appointed commander or officer in any department will be appointed by the board. Will be approved by the board.
Okay, I'll make that motion. That's just waiting. So,
Trustee Wagner,
yes.
trustee Campbell.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets,
Yeah.
trustee Sims,
Yes.
trustee Barnes,
Yes.
trustee George.
Yes.
And the other, I guess I'll go right in, basically working something. So going over it, we started talking about the spending limits. Went back and found out, what was done in COVID. I think it was done in 21. It was raised, the amounts were raised. Talking about, we've changed us from a full-time mayor to a part-time mayor, city administrators, all this type of stuff. It hasn't been here before, so it's all changed. So I guess the thought process was that Bill is normally here, and I don't look at it as a Billy, I look at it as the mayor, so whether it's you or anybody else that's in there. Not here full time. So a lot of times, I'll use TJ for example, we need something approved. Normally, I would say 99.99% of the time, they come to Tiffany. Would say, if something needs approved, and then you talk about it amongst whoever then. In group. So to eliminate the phone calls and stuff like that, if we needed to do something, get something approved, then my suggestion was to, Stephanie's here full time, to let her have the approval, for 5,000. And then we, guess I think we stay at what we stay at. And then. Our kids stay where they're at.
The price is going up. I mean, have you guys thought of increasing those? I wouldn't say 5,000, but maybe 1,500.
I think on the 21st, on that 21, when I looked at it, it was at 2,000. That's what that, it's set to July.
Maybe it should be like 1,000, 2,500, 5,000. Not that we're all very frugal and we think about what we're purchasing. But with the price of everything going up, those limits get met a lot more often than they used to. I said 1,000 for department heads, 2,500 for board members, and 5,000. So you have somewhere in the middle.
It was 20. What's that? You say it's 20, it's 21. Minutes.
Oh, did you send me an email or something?
It was an email or something, again. You had the 2,500.
You just leave it as is and then change it if we feel like it does become an issue.
Oh, it did get increased to 2,000. It does say 2,000. All right.
When was it?
That was, June 17th, 20.
I like counting, so that's why. I like to know. Control.
Can you keep it at 2,000?
I mean, I'd rather leave it there than raise it. And if we have issues, then we raise it.
You always raise it, but it's just a policy, so it's not, well, we got an ordinance or
Right.
something like that line.
Yeah, but we can always change it if we feel it becomes an issue.
So they view at 5, the rest of us at 2, or then, or TJ, department heads that.
Were you gonna do 5? The bill's gone around, you had to not be here, you okay for 5?
Yeah, I think that's why, that's the point, is that she's here, so I think you leave her at 5, and the rest of us. Eat.
25 or 2.
Or 2, sorry.
He's looking at the fact that how long it work. If somebody's working a job, they get 15, whatever you get. Whereas today, I'm retired, so I can answer the phone.
Oh,
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can answer the phone.
Well, no, that's what, but my point is, Stu, is that
Well, you get that.
Get somebody else to hire.
They work a job. He's available to.
He's here full time.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's all.
It's just this stuff. No, it's just water. Yeah.
I'll tell you what you go ahead and make a motion for that. Basically, everything stays the same right now, except for just do Tiffany, this time, we'll get a chance. And if we don't drink, actually.
So I make a motion, that Tiffany would be 5,000. Everybody else on the board is 2. And the,
Specify there.
well, I mean, the mayor would be, if there's somebody you can't get a hold of, or whatever, it would still be 2,500 still. The mayor.
No, there will be 5,000. Very the chief executive. State. So if somebody wishes to call me, if you need something, I should be able to approve $5,000. Any matter.
maybe it should be both of us.
Well, I know, but it's okay.
Right, that's the case when he was full time, but now mayor's part time.
That's what I said, the whole point of it was the case, that scenario where,
Right.
you know, that person's not dead. It's not, I don't anything else, it's not that.
Not,
That's fixed, wait, it's not.
yeah. Nothing else is really. Nothing else is really done. Don't make a couple.
So where do you wanna go with it?
I said, right.
I'm just letting you know real quick. The mayor is the chief executive by state law. And it seems like some people are wanting to circumvent the authority of the mayor.
What do you mean?
Like, you're welcome to take the authority of me, allow him to spend $5,000 if he calls me,
Point to it was you're a part-time mayor. If she's full-time and here and running, supposed to be running the day-to-day of the city, why couldn't she?
I'm not saying she can't. I'm just sitting there saying, the chief executive, whoever the mayor is, should still be able to have the authority to grant the possibility of that expenditure. Some expenditures are not everyday, day-to-day operation.
Give us an example of like what you're referring to that wouldn't be an every day-to-day operation.
Day-to-day operation,
That wouldn't be,
that wouldn't be.
yeah.
A lot of stuff comes up that has to do with contractual, MFTs, engineering work. That's not every day. Every day is someone calls in, got a pothole, tree limb down, garbage. That's everyday operation.
So what you're saying that this isn't day-to-day, it's stuff she can't approve?
Huh?
What you're saying, things that isn't day-to-day operations is stuff she can't approve?
Hey, what I said, I'm saying,
Oh,
what I'm saying is chief executive, I should have the right. And if he needs something, I can grant it up to $5,000. I'm not saying she doesn't need it.
So it's more, like your comment earlier, it's more about the thing that we want to try to take stuff away from you.
You already have,
And
but that's beside the point. Because it's a part-time position.
we didn't do that.
I know
That
that
was
is.
done years ago.
The thing of it is, the mayor's position will be respected as the chief executive.
I don't feel like I'm.
The chief executive has the right to sit there and make the decision that you're trying to grant her alone.
I don't feel like I'm disrespecting, first of all. I think everybody here, including yourself, voted for the part-time mayor back. They proposed it.
I'm not arguing.
You said that I take it away, what you said.
No. I'm talking about
You said.
respecting the authority of the mayor, part-time, full-time, the authority is still the same. Disrespectful is that you're trying to not allow me to grant you some right to say someone needs something that goes up to $5,000. You're wishing to take that right away, pass it on to Tiffany. I'm saying, I ain't got a problem with Tiffany being able to do $5,000. But I also should still have that right.
I guess I look at it from the standpoint of she's here full-time. And that's what the reason I was saying. There's nothing against you or anybody else sits in that position. It has to do with if there's something happens in the afternoon and you're not here, so they have to make phone calls.
Mary's not here.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm available at 10 o'clock at
I didn't
night.
say you. Just said.
That mayor should still be able to have the authority to make a decision up to $5,000 on things that may pertain to contractual, that may pertain to moving of water lines, that may pertain to a lot of other things.
My understanding from everything, when we first started this whole thing, a city administrator, that person was going to take and run everything. They can begin it. Begin with, then the mayor would preside over the board. Or
Day-to-day operation is not being over contracted.
I'm just telling you what I was told before.
I really don't think that either one of us will make bad decisions on spending.
I'm not saying that either, but I do take offense to you saying that I was trying to circumvent your authority and everything else, so you take offense to that. But you can do what you want as far as the $5,000, but it's just politics, so it's not. That's not exactly what you said. You posted.
In addition, from now, can we just grant me the authority for the 5,000?
That's what I said, that, there's no problem with that. In the event that you can't get Bill and phone for. No, the two of us could grant $5,000 each one. Yeah. But we're gonna talk before anything happens, anyway. So we'd like to go to tell Bill. And I would suspect that any mayor would do the same way. Need a motion to allow Tiffany to spend up to $5,000. Here it is. Yeah. Okay. No. No, I'm saying the motion to.
You already did.
Tiffany to go up to 5,000. Everything else stays the same.
Second.
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
trustee Rainville,
Yes.
trustee Sims,
Yes.
trustee George,
Yes.
trustee Barnes,
Yes.
trustee Finley.
Zoning committee. The zoning made some recommendations.
Can we go over numbers 21.8 and 21.9 first? Those are the tough ones.
Very interesting.
Yeah. 1708 Crestwood. Our zoning ordinance says that in addition to a primary residence, you can only have 2 accessory structures. This girl on Crestwood has a detached garage. It almost looks like it's attached. I've attached pictures there for it. And she wants to put a pole barn in the back. Now, the zoning committee had some questions about setbacks and things like that, but I talked to her, she's gonna be well off the setback lines. And she has 2 lots, and one of her accessory structures is actually on the line between the 2 lots. So she's gonna have one that's on a lot or one structure that is on two lots because it's split, it's kind of like right on the lot line. So she's basically wanting to put up a pole barn. It's gonna be nice. She's got a building permit application here showing how much they're spending on it. It's a labor building. And like I said, it will be, a good looking addition. It won't be something that's
She puts it up, all the buildings are saying, they're not going to,
right.
I'm assuming
Did you see
this is the
pictures?
picture, this one,
Yeah, no, that's 1707.
or this one.
Yeah,
They're going out right behind the other garage. That's the house. I know where there's a garage over here. Yeah, I know that, I just make sure we properly discuss it. This is, yeah, this is mine.
for some reason, these pictures wouldn't attach, so there's like more than one, but they must have finally passed up, they said fail and sat there for a while.
It's gonna be even with the other garage on the south side.
Yes, and I asked her if they
And
could,
then the width of it's gonna extend over into their backyard.
yes, but it's gonna be at least 3 feet off the back, which is the setback line for the out.
Well, he said, told me it's gonna be 12 feet over.
Right, but I'm saying it's at least 3 feet off the alley, which is the setback now
Yeah,
for this one.
30 by 40, is what they're making. 40 feet long, 30 feet wide.
Yeah, and she's got 2 lots. I mean, it's not,
Yeah.
it'll be a nice addition.
Oh,
to the
that's-
house.
Are they allowed, don't the ordinances say you can have 3 buildings? That's what.
You can have a primary residence and 2 accessory structures.
That's per lot, right?
Yes.
You've already got.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
I know, but that shed is on the line of the 2 lots, so it's half on one lot, half on another.
Oh, is it?
And that makes pretty small. I mean, she doesn't have it jumbled up, but like,
Well, my question is. Oh, no, there is quite a distance.
Yeah.
Somebody has 2 lots. And they, you know, you said combine the 2 lots. Is that still in there to the 3, even though it's 2 lots? For tax.
per lot, so they can have a primary residence and 2 accessory structures on one lot. And maybe 2 accessory structures on another, because they're big enough for that.
Right, that's what,
You've got, yeah,
so I mean, because even though you may combine 2 lots, tax can be cheaper. Your primary residence, that lot is cheaper than the 8. So much per side of the lot.
right.
With no more than 3 lessons.
So that's the first one I wanted to go over to get these out of the way, because they're a little longer.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Need a motion to accept it or reject
They got the.
1708 Crestwood variance. I'll make a motion on Crestwood, please. Okay. Second.
I said,
Sorry, I couldn't hear it, everybody. Trustee Sheet. Trustee Wagner.
yes.
Trustee Finley. Trustee Simmons. Yes. Trustee George. Yes. Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Okay, now the next one is 1707. Now, as you can see, I wrote a note on the side of the first picture where that garage is. We think that's the garage he's planning to move over to his lot. I tried to call him, he didn't call me back, but he said he was getting a garage from a neighbor. And it was Boswell's who he was getting it from, his wife told you, correct? And we think this is it. And as you can see, he's got several structures in the back of his house, one of them being, it looks like a tree house.
It's a tree house.
He does have, an extra lot there. But that lot has a giant dirt bike track on it. If he wanted to put it there, he could, based on our zoning ordinance. But he can't put it behind the house based on our zoning ordinance unless you grant the variance.
Any question?
Yeah. Did you want to put it, what'd you say?
I said, he doesn't need a permit if he puts it on that dirt track, even though,
And he hasn't said where he's gonna put it? I say we don't do anything to the water.
I'll take it on. Okay, yeah, he did come down.
And with trailer shut down there, it's all leaning.
Okay, and then, oh, the mini warehouses.
We'll table. Lincoln Avenue, 1707 Lincoln Avenue, variance.
Okay, the mini warehouses. Tom, our engineer, already approved their parking lot. They put up the building after zoning was put in place.
Right before
That other building,
building, my understanding is you guys put zoning in 2011. That building was built the one on the north side was built long before 2011. So
okay,
it was zoned incorrectly when you put your zoning in place.
okay,
Because the building permit I have for the building that's on the north side is 2008.
yeah, I thought zoning was 2000. It doesn't matter, it's all in the same
It's cleaned
area.
up is what it is to get.
It really does need to be rezoned because you can't keep it residential, it's all fenced in, everything's already been done. We do need to clean this up. If you will allow the rezone to, C1 neighborhood commercial.
Need a motion here today to rezone Tilton mini warehouse and neighborhood commercial C1.
Okay,
Second.
Trustee Finley. Yes.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yes.
Trustee Sheet.
Yeah.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes. The community center, 612 West Fifth Street, need to rezone it to public institutional. Any question?
Just so you all know, these are all our properties. We're trying to clean the map up so that we can,
Okay, motion carried.
Second.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sheet.
Yeah.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yes.
King of 14th Street, village property to highway commercial C2. Need a motion here that.
Second.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee Sheet.
Yeah.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yeah.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sims. Yes. Trustee George.
Yes.
Georgetown Road, south of Dollar General to highway commercial C. What's that for? Something else here.
instead of the king of 14th property. And
Oh,
we should
so-
more. No, yes. Yes,
Georgetown Road, north of Dollar General, the highway commercial C2, Auburn.
as it says directly east of the king and 14th property.
Make a motion, yeah.
Second.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yeah.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Rezone Thomas Park, 201 West Fifth Street, park recreational PR.
Make a motion, yeah.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yeah.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes. Rezone 115 West Fifth Street and 125 West Fifth Street. Public institutional, that's the Evans House and West Side Fire Station.
Motion, yeah.
Trustee Whitebird.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets.
Yeah.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Barnes.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Mexican Independence Day. Oh, I did it. Rezone Summer Cemetery to public institutional. P1.
Good. Thank you.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Benjamin.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Grimes.
Yes.
Mexican Independence Day, well, the first one last year, they're planning on doing it again this year. Tiffany and myself been talking to them, we had one meeting already, they're, supposed to be, we're gonna start to get a little bit more stuff than what they had last year. We would like to be able to donate $10,000 into the project. Any question?
Would you last year?
I vote nay. They've had a year to make, to fundraise money. Yeah, just like we do.
They fundraising here?
No, I mean, we usually do the contract thing.
They just did a last year, didn't they can sign up for it? All they gotta do is call me.
I would like to see him get something, I guess. I don't mind supporting it, but I think Ken didn't get much. And
I didn't mind doing it the first year when they first started.
I thought we did
I
fine.
think they've had a year to raise money just like we did.
500.
I thought it was fine. I suggest it was 5.
On, what's on the agenda right? Need a motion here, they to apply $10,000 for a Mexican Independence Day celebration.
A motion nay. I'll second it.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Grimes.
Nay.
Trustee Sheets.
Good.
Trustee Finley.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes. I'd like to revisit on that.
Okay, motion
But
been,
he just,
motion been turned down. Committee report.
Basically, with our bands, we have a couple, looked at dates, the programs double booked, and, the other person had a contract before we got our contract signed, so she's, going to use them or provide services to them. We did find the same genre of music, out of Chicago. It's called Gone to Paradise. They are a national act, normally about $15,000. They actually had a reschedule too from August 2nd to their show went to August 3rd. So they had nobody. So they've agreed to come down and perform from 6:30 to 8:30 for 5,000. So basically it's $1,400 till that date. So I'm proposing to increase the photographs for 3,600. So, and then it's 1,400 more for God Americans. I guess I would make a motion, if you want to ask it. I'll make a motion to approve the Gun in Paradise, which is additional 1,400, total of 5,000. For August 2nd.
Second it.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
Trustee Sims.
Yes.
Trustee Grimes.
Yes.
Trustee George.
Yes.
Trustee Sheets. Trustee Finley.
Yes. We've had another, or the Blues Coalition, has split up. And currently got feelers out for a band, because that's our June 2nd. I just got a phone call 2 days ago. So I'm going to fill that band as well. They're a $600 band, so we'll find something that's fair for that. Oh, yeah, like I said, we'll try to find.
There's no glitter for the people told.
They're not as of 2 days ago. Saturday, 12:30, is the Village Grill orientation. So, everybody that wants to be a part of, the summer type stuff, you, come over. Going to actually go through how to set up the grill. The new items are gonna actually cook and show how to do things. And get it ready, clean up, get it ready for, health inspection. All that, so that'll be 12:30. Saturday. It's the only other thing, and I know it's sort of subject at this point, but out of the mini meeting, we're just randomly talking. This is no bearing on you whatsoever. Everybody gives a report. I like hearing what you've done. Who you talk to and stuff like that. So I would like to hear it. I know you can't go into details on something. I get it, but just like Tiffany would, and Lori and Cass, they kind of give a,
Well, that's like, once we get through those.
and I know you do, I'm not, I don't mean, that's why I said this is not a scenario where I don't think you're doing anything or anything else, I just won't play it. It's just nice to hear it. I like to hear what's going on in the town, because I get several people asking me anyway, and I know I can't give specifics, but like Culver's, 17 years since they started. And so,
Like I said, everyone understands there's some things I can't bring.
I totally understand. Totally understand.
But I am going to touch on some of those, like, I've even answered stuff on my page, asking questions about things. Like, there's something.
Yeah, and I get it, that's what we just, in general, knowing what, you're doing is nice.
But, I'm trying to incorporate that. If you're trying to, like, I said, I gotta figure out what I can, but I leave it to the stuff I know, sorry, out there.
Other than that, I don't think I had anything else.
Before I keep going on. It says here approval of public works park cemetery committee meetings, that's been tabled, so nobody needs to bring that up. So, Bob, you got anything?
You did the, thing update. And worked out pretty good. We have, probably we partnered with, Vermillion County, beautiful. We got 15, 16 bags of trash. I don't know if one of your guys grabbing. No, okay, because I went, next morning I was doing my truck to work, I was gonna pick them up, take them. Somebody stole the trash.
Early to be there.
So I appreciate it, my son.
That's a good problem to have, Bob.
Yeah, I know, so that's all, get her, that's what it's,
Working in New York.
That's, we've got one boat over there, we end up, called the non-emergency boat. And so, one of the officers, came over and, of course, said it was from the deer. It was like a hip joint deer. And, appreciate it. I gave him a ride back to where it was at on the off bird. And he asked if we had a trash bag, and I said, yeah, so he walked back to get to his car, and while he's walking back, we were in it picking up trash. So that's pretty neat for him. But, pretty much it, many everybody send your grass over there. Zero public works. So. Thank you for that.
Well, nothing here.
No. Order.
Oh, good.
Give everybody, this week, we got a hold of that memorial, the memorial's being, created for the Middle East complex. Names have been given to them for Vietnam, Korea, that's been accidentally left off in the other memorial. Culvers, everybody's worried about culvers. Here just a couple of weeks ago, we found out there's a 12-inch water main that runs underneath that property that would have been underneath the building. So right now, I've had 2 meetings with the water company. We're in the process of getting that 12-inch line due. So Culvers could further begin their building. Someone asked me about a sign. I asked the gentleman for a sign multiple times. If he don't want to put a sign, he'll right before he starts work. The culverts will still come.
Was that,
And go ahead,
was there a water line or something?
12-inch water main.
Okay. Sorry.
Well,
I had,
the bad part about it is, prior to me becoming mayor, nobody ever did a design Julie over there. The only people that knew that water main was there was the water main. It was not on the flats. There was no utility easement or anything for it.
They didn't find until they, and he has been putting money into that property with surveys and environmentals. That's how they found it, because they were over there prodding and they were like, what's?
Everybody knows the progress we've tried to make on the cannabis smell situation down there. The agreement for the car dealership, it went to their lawyer, came back to us, our lawyer touched it up again, now it's back, it's headed back to his lawyer, so hopefully we find out something here before too long, how that agreement's gonna be played out. Excuse me, mentioned earlier, Bush is gonna be going down to Paris for Horizon Health for a meeting down there, that has to do with rural health. Hopefully Bush can go down there and make inroads in with them. I have met with the president of OSF, talked to him, want to know what their plans are, because we have no doctors here. He told me that OSF corporate has determined that they're fighting a losing battle in Champaign because being right next to Carl, got the medical center in U of I, the corporate is going to start focusing totally on the Danville area. So hopefully we start seeing, and he told it's not overnight, but over the next couple of years, hopefully we start seeing more specialists come here as they move away from over there. Met with District 118 Superintendent John Hart, asked him, wanted to ask him some questions. We have a problem out here. It's hard for us to get young people out here to move in here and become homeowners because nobody wants their kids to go to District 118. The hospital was having a hard time getting doctors in here because they do not want their kids going to District 118. It's hard to get business in here because they don't want to have their kids go to District 118. So me and Mike Marin sat down with Superintendent Hart and had a nice long discussion. One of the discussions is, does anybody realize that their industrial arts group, one state is headed for national? No. That's what I asked John. I said, did you get a little byline or something? He goes, well, I like to think so. I said, no, we never see nothing. I said, but your football team could lose a game by 100 points and you get a half a page article. So what I did was with our marketing through Channel 3, I offered a CI lending spot to District 118. They have went and met with District 118 and it shocked that lady what they actually have to offer. No, they've got stuff nobody realized. They're gonna run that CI living segment in August during school, right before school signups. Because like I talked to Mr. Hart, I knew I wanted a college free. But they need to emphasize that they have the industrial, they have the wealth. They have partnerships with business. These kids got to know that they go to Danville High School, take the industrial art and make 6 figures coming, like learning how to do a trade. So hopefully, if we start shining some positive light on District 118 instead of 3 kids stealing chemicals to build bombs, that maybe some of that can start to change. We met with I don't know if you would call it, it's an engineering firm, but they do development marketing. They design streetscapes. Channel 3, the lady we deal with at Channel 3, asked if we would be willing to meet with this engineering group called, I call it Piggish, P-I-G-G-I-S-H. If we would be willing to meet with them, and we met with them over Zoom, and we discussed what they have to offer. What they have to offer is they can come in here and help us clean up and fix up the incoming parts of Tilton to where when people pull in, it appears friendly. We can help separate ourselves from Danville a little bit more. I did speak at Vermillion Advantage, executive board meeting on our marketing and explained to them, I walked into my work clothes, how I normally work. Nobody knew who I was. Matter of fact, I just met the week before with President OSM. He sat down next to me. He didn't know who I was until I started talking to him. I use that as an example for Tilton. My work clothes is who I really am. This is not who I really am. This is out of respect for Tilton and that position. And I told him this. I said, Tilton's the same way. We've been getting a bad rap for years. Ricky Williams is sitting there. I said, contrary to what everybody believes, we do not burn crosses every other month. We do not hold plan meetings on Friday night. But the thing of it is that stigma has stuck with us so long that that's where this marketing had to come in. We have to remarket ourselves, have to rebrand ourselves. Now, Mike Mayor wants me to speak at the regular board meeting about this issue because he wants Vermillion County to move further into marketing to try to get people here. Mike Mayor has been working with me on a couple of projects where people may be wanting to come here. I can't speak of it, but we've been trying to lay the groundwork that if they do decide, and even if we're the second choice, we're ready for them and we give them a location. UPS, everybody knows where that's going. It don't matter. They won't speak to us. State senator, state representative, they still won't speak to them. But there's an opportunity that could be possibly in the making to fill that spot over there very quickly. That's another thing I'm not able to speak about, and I've met with Mike on that. This is all taking place in the last month, so, right now, I got, next thing I would have would be the executive board meeting coming up. Or the board meeting with the Vermillion Advantage. Vermillion Advantage, contrary to what happened in the past, Mike Marin has been really good at working with us on trying to bring stuff in.
Do you feel like Vermillion Advantage is turning the corner then and focusing on the right things now?
Well, I think I think Mike, and a lot of the board members respect Tilton quite a bit. At least that's the feeling I get. Because he constantly calls, asks for the opinion. We met with the Lebanon City Board because they've had a problem with their septic system over there, about hooking into our sewer system. That, Don touched on that. K-Rock, last week I did an advertisement with K-Rock D102, trying to get people to come here. They approached me about 2 weeks ago about doing this. That pretty well sums up what I'm outside of meeting the callers and trying to get I'm gonna be doing another Meet the Mayor segment next week. I was gonna do it this week, but with everything that's been going on up in Danville, he wants to wait till next week to do it. So I'll be doing another Meet the Mayor segment. And I just got an email today that, the CI levy field segment for June, they want me to reach out to them and get that set up for June. So that's all I've got for right now.
I also want to thank Captain Martin, take care of the folks.
You want anything on that?
Oh, yes, County Mark, yeah, I started quite a bit with County Mark, but I think last third, whether you agree with it or not, I think the Demon group read the comments and they fixed the parking lot. I know that's when I bought product in there, the expiration date is 3 months out. And from what I'm understanding, they're getting ready to do some more stuff over there, so.
That's some good.
Might have, but it wasn't just because of that, but Pat, the manager over there, got talking to me, he'd been trying to get all this stuff done for the past 3 years. But I think what happened with that lady that showed up misrepresenting. Kind of help push things forward for Pat over there at County Market.
So
Okay,
was she just like a consulting firm that they hired?
She was like the gaming people. She was like the J&J gaming.
Yeah, she just didn't know anything,
No,
so it had to be
but the thing of this, Demus didn't know she was here.
interesting.
Because they made the comment that if they would have sent her, Pat or a representative
Would have
of
been.
this store, would have
I
been
would
there.
have assumed, yeah.
We told them, and we showed them a letter that she had sent to Lori. She testified that she was a representative of Neiman Foods.
Yeah, she did.
Now we're talking about County Market. I do not believe they're trying to get the gaming over there right at this moment. But being as the lady brought the question up, Tiffany felt it would probably be advisable to make a call on whether or not we want to grant the liquor, tour license, liquor license. Personally, I don't believe we need to get a tour license for over there. Is there any question?
Ordinance change different one today.
Right. Well, I think Tiffany was, well, I think what she's thinking is that everybody says, no, we're not gonna send it to the ordinance committee to even change it. That way they should have to come back and sit there.
Oh, yeah, just, I mean, they did apply for it. They asked for it. I think that we should at least vote on it. So if somebody calls, we can say yes or no. We don't have to bring it up again.
Did they actually, or did just that woman, she was here?
I don't know.
I know that she's not employed by Demons, but she did represent Demons as a game portion of Demons. At some point, there's no way they
They
knew
knew.
she was here and all that, so
They have it in other
They-
forms that are basically approved by
I'm
the
sure it's.
The application does have a basis from,
Well, they're a third party to me.
I can't, but the application that's, it does.
That's why I think she gave.
Why don't they apply for a liquor license?
No question, we say yes or no. We don't have to put it off.
So I need a motion, yea or nay, to send that to the ordinance, change the ordinance for the county market liquor license. change.
Made a motion, nay.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
trustee Higgins,
Yeah.
trustee Finley,
Yes.
trustee Sims,
Yes.
trustee Barnes,
Yes.
trustee George.
Yes.
You lost their swamps.
Is there any need for executive session? Does anybody have anything personal? No need for executive session, I need a motion. Well, wait a minute, one more time. Does anybody have anything in the audience?
Did I hear you say something about this, is it the sign at Thomas Park that had the veterans' names on it? Some people, can we recommend a name?
How did you?
He grew up in Tilton, he's no longer alive, he's dead. It's Jackie J. Sandlin Jr. And he is up in the
Oshie.
courthouse, Oshie. And so his name is up there, but it was never recognized here in Tilton.
Which war was he in?
Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, it's not here. What was the name again?
His name is, it was, when he was in Vietnam, it was Jackie J. Sandlin Jr.
How did you do Pokey Blues?
And he changed his name to Oshie.
Yeah.
Did you put Oki on that?
I put Oscar.
Oshie's.
Just Oscar?
Yes.
Okay, we'll just leave it as Jack then.
Jackie, yeah, because we had another one that everybody called him Open Boy, but we put it as Oscar.
Okay, yeah. It's listed up in the courthouse as Jackie J. Sandlin Jr. Okay,
Is it Jack or Jackie?
his dad was Jack and his real name's Jack.
Okay,
but because he's deceased, I'm not going, he hated that name, but,
Just Jack.
but you can put Jack J. Sandler
Okay.
Junior.
Now, we're not sure what they're gonna do on the Vietnam one because there's no room. There's no room on that one or the Korean one, but we have sent them the names that we have and I will give her this one. She hasn't given me a proof yet. I just don't know where they're gonna put them.
We're asking for her, we think they probably ran this before, so we're asking her for her opinion. They may go on the backside and start another line on the backside and be a part of it. We've never ran into this, so,
You never know unless you try.
but hopefully Adam,
Yeah.
Adam need to, but when we ordered this new stone, we talked to them about adding names because we knew of other people and they said no problem. They'd be more than happy to keep adding names.
Oh, yeah. I have a question. Just talking about rezoning. Did you know I don't believe there is, but is Central Street rezoned for any kind of business?
It's all R2 residential. There's no business on Central.
Okay. Because 502, I consider them to be a business. Because they work on cars, they work on motorcycles, they work on bicycles. I just wonder if,
But if they don't advertise, then they're just people on the side.
okay, that's what I wanted to know, because Lord, do they have a lot of it. So I just wanted to know that for my personal,
You know, we call them shade tree mechanics, but they never had an official business, but everybody knew they could fix a car.
okay, well, they fix, anything you drag over there, they can fix it. So, I just wanted to know, on Mother's Day, they unloaded 29, weed eaters. I sat and counted them as they took them out of the back of the truck.
Oh.
So, y'all need to, read your report if you're missing one.
Is Central and Meyer, aren't they in the like that?
It's Emerson's. That's on the outside of the bridge.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's where.
Is that white? Complex that's condemned.
Down at the end.
Many Fair Oaks is what I call it.
Okay, so
The black one, the block one,
if we wait about 3 months, I think we can get that, on the taxes. Because it's about ready to be sold on taxes, and if we call the county trustee, they will give us, if we have an interest in it, like we tried to condemn it and we've got money into it. They will let us purchase it, then we can tear it.
Oh, okay.
Then I get a mower.
We have to buy it.
Job security, right?
It's working on it all.
Talking more people.
And so, our building inspector was working with somebody who was looking at it, but they didn't go through with it. We just found out, and now it's getting ready to consider that.
Just rid of one and. That's where I was.
go ahead.
We live in a nice neighborhood, Tilton, I find the fire department. And our neighbors are very,
They know, they know.
where have you used to live,
I live right behind them.
they have even sold the house. This kind of, I mean, right now we have a couch in the front yard. The guy's flooded my backyard twice since he lived there.
What is that, as Eagles on his house?
Yeah.
He busted his pool twice. He has a tree growing out of his deck wall on my property. I just cut him down. Ed never would let that happen. Ed always, kept it clean.
Are you at home during the day? We got,
That's straight up.
we got,
Trim. You can,
Where it's not hanging over on.
Anything on your side, should be on your side.
You can trim
I can't.
on your side. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have our building inspector go there Tuesday. I've
There
heard.
was that last year, sometime there was a white Dodge Journey. Go down the alleyway and take pictures of the back of that property.
It has been in foreclosure too, just so you. That's a matter of public record. I mean, we get it out, but it's public record. They're in foreclosure.
Good.
There's a surprise.
I was gonna wait until the, I believe it's weekends, till the cleanup day.
Yes.
Next month. Yeah, next time. I was gonna wait until then.
Yeah, come next door.
Your name?
Oh, Mike, Sarah.
Excuse me.
I'm real name's Maurice.
On camera.
Mike Kim.
Aren't you, Tammy brother?
Yeah, much younger.
Our auditor's brother, so be good.
So no, go back to where we're speaking.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Need a motion to adjourn before the storm hit.
Second, report.
Yes.
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 George.
Yes.
Yeah.